Yourself Media Sports. Colorado Buffaloes talk today, folks. Colorado Buffaloes at home today. Put on a clinic. Good game. Let's hear what they got to say about it. Deion Sanders press conference and Shedeur Sanders press conference. Give me your comments at the end. I truly appreciate it. But before that, hit that notification bell, hit that like button, subscribe, and tell a friend about Bet On Yourself Media Sports, man. Come join the family. Truly would love to have you guys aboard. Up next is the Colorado Buffaloes. Check it out. Let me know what you think. Let's go, Buffs.
By doubling up a traditional powerhouse. Can you allow yourself to appreciate where you are right
now? No whatsoever. Because we expect to be here. A lot of y'all didn't expect us to be here and don't think we don't know that. But we expected to be where we are. Matter of fact, we expected to be a little better. We dropped a couple that we're not proud of, but that's in the past. So now we focus on one game at a time. We really, truly do. But our expectations ain't your expectations. Our expectations are our expectations, and we expect a lot out of ourselves. We practice with the type of intensity and passion and love and effort that you can't help but be successful in what we do. And when we don't do things properly, it shows. We're beating ourselves at times. Nobody beating us. We're beating ourselves. And we just got to focus on those little things and correct them so we could be flawless. That's the goal. To come out here and be dominant offensively, defensively, as well as special teams. I think two phases we dominated today, special teams as well as defensive side of the ball. We did. We just got to get the offense. It is hard to critique them. Like I say, I was on Shedeur's butt all day today, and I look up, he's 30 for 41. I think any coach in the country would accept that willingly.
Sports Report. You scored a season-high 49 points against the best defense in the Big 12. What went into that game plan in exploiting Utah's defense?
We wanted to really protect our quarterback. Every week we say, let's protect our quarterback. Let's do some things that we don't feel like they can stop. We feel like we have the best receiving core in the country. We can protect the quarterback, and those guys eventually they're going to get open, especially if we have the assistance of a running game. And we did. We showed flashes of having a running game. Isaiah did a phenomenal job today, breaking one, but we got to be more consistent with that. And the sky would be the limit if we can really have consistency and the word escapes me what I'm trying to say, but we need to really want and desire and just have passion to run the football at times. I think we're lacking that, but prayerfully we get it going because we could do some remarkable things if we have a more balanced offense.
Lincoln Roach, CU Independent. How's the team feeling right now after finally breaking that 7-year losing streak against the Utes?
We don't care about that. We weren't here then, so we could care less. I just walked out the locker room and I'm pretty sure there's a party going on and somebody's rapping. That's how they feel. They feel really good. They feel really good about what they just accomplished, and they should. Every week we warn them to be gentlemen and be men. So we want you to go out and have a good time, but don't do nothing to threaten what you worked your butt off for. In this moment is that.
Hi, Coach Adam Tiger, 24/7 Sports. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Utah, just 31 rushing yards. What can you say about the way Robert Livingston has that group playing?
These guys are dedicated. Coach Liv is doing a phenomenal job, but D. Lewis, Sapp, they ain't playing, as well as Dancy. And Coach Hart at the linebackers position. And Coach Mathis challenged the DBs to be physical this week because they're going to have to show up in the run game as well. We know they're on their third or fourth quarterback. We understand that. But we're happy with where we are, and we know where we could be.
Special teams was special today. Colton had a big return to set up a score. LeJontay obviously curved the punt. Jalen Westridge actually got his hand on the punt as well to set up.
And we kicked a few balls in the end zone for touchbacks, which we never do. Absolutely. So I was really proud of that as well.
Yeah, can you speak to
Modest Martin?
The special teams performance was for the
They did a great job. We focused on that. We focused on Tommy's done a great job, first of all. And we focused on putting the right personnel on the field. at the right time. Some schemes are different. We do certain things, and I call the returns, or whether we want to return it or go for the block or be safe, so we could just get the change of possessions. But those guys were hungry today. They went out for it, and I think we almost blocked the punt. We should have. We were close, and we didn't have the block on. So I'm proud of them in that aspect as well. Special teams really are the attitude of your program. When you have bad special teams, oftentimes you have a bad program or a bad defense, because most of the defensive players play on special teams, not offense. Most of the defensive players do that. So when you looking at the special teams, you're really looking at the attitude of the defense. And we just got to figure out how to put the right guys on at the right time so they can produce.
Couple more, go ahead, man.
Hey, Coach, Matt Smith, Independent. You've scored 90 points in the last 2 weeks, and on third down, you're 5 of 24. What do you think is the issue there?
I didn't know that. That's horrible. God, that's horrible. We got to have positive first downs. When you have positive first downs, it makes the game tremendously easier. Sometimes Pat says it all the time, we just want to get Pat mad. We get a tackle for loss first down, we get a sack second down, we need to complete a 25-yard pass on third down. It's like Shador pulls out something heroic. We just got to be more consistent in the little things. We always preach positive first downs to make it easier for us, but we're not doing that. That comes along with not running the ball successfully, and we got backs that can do it. So we just got to put a little more emphasis. It's not like Phil isn't. I mean, he's on their butts every day about being aggressive, being physical, having your pads up under their pads, and moving your feet at the same time. We just got to do a better job, man. The lights out versus the run, we need improvement on the pass. You know that. They know that. But they're lights out, going ahead and attacking, and they're making plays. They're making plays tremendously, and they're kind of the heartbeats. Well, Cam Silman is like, he's the guy. He's our defensive attitude. But those guys, they make plays, man, every week, and they're physical. And when we get a lead and we get ahead, they smell blood in their attack, man. So I'm proud of those young men because they put a lot into what they are right now. They study their butts off too. I love it.
Coach Troy Finnegan, CU Sports Report. I wanted to ask you about Jordan Seaton. He struggled in the first half today for the first time, and it felt like a couple weeks. A couple penalties. He got beat a couple times. I'm curious how you saw him, both just his body language and on the field, how he responded.
Well, his body language, he never gives up. He's probably upset at what he's done with the holding penalties and all that, but one of the holding penalties on the play that one of the plays, he's been doing it all week. I mean, he grabbed the guy, keep his hands inside, and they called it, I guess because he's at the end and he was visible for the official to see. But you can't get on Jordan too much because the kid is going to be great, man. The kid is going to be a top 5 pick when it's his turn to go. And he loves the game, practices his butt off, and he's fundamentally sound for the most part, probably 95% of the time. Yeah. He's a freshman. They're going to get him a couple times. But he's going to win a lot more time than he loses. And I'm proud of him, tremendously proud of Jordan.
Hey, Coach, Tyler King with the Denver Gazette. Just want to go back to Matt's first question about the scoring a lot of points but not having success on third down. Just how valuable is it for you guys to have such an explosive offense where you're capable of making big plays? I think today you had 3 touchdowns of over 40 yards or around 40 yards offensively. How valuable is that for you guys?
It's valuable. We don't give a darn about the statistics afterwards, like what we were on third downs or second down or first down. We care about the results. That's what we really care about. Like, we look at this stuff and we analyze it and we want to improve statistically, but we look at the results of everything. We scored. I don't give a darn if we didn't score on third down. We scored on first down. We scored on second down. Like we score. So that doesn't factor into what we're trying to accomplish. We're trying to get down the field and put the ball in the end zone, kicking it or running it or passing it. So we did that successfully quite a bit today, and we can't take none away from these young men because you guys understand the progress, and you understand that we haven't even put it all together yet. Like, we haven't even played our best game. That should be in itself scary. Like, man, when I said we coming, we still coming. We never stop coming. We are coming, and we ain't nearly there yet. God bless y'all. You good? You good, Roman? Yes.
You've spoken several times in games this year about
didn't like the way you finished your team today. Shut it down.
Right.
Can you speak about the way
I'm proud of it. We emphasize that in practices, finishing strong. Oftentimes, I would show the first play of practice, and sometimes I show the last play. I gave them a excerpt of me doing autograph signings. I said, I do signings several times throughout the year, and what I do when I have signings, I take my first item that I sign and I compare my signature to my last. And I feel bad if I'm not giving the consumer my best from the front to the back. So I got to start well and I got to finish well. And I gave them that analogy to let our young men understand that if you're going to start that way, you got to finish that way. So when I tell them little stories about my life or someone else's life, or we Zoom somebody in the morning and they could hear these guys that they deem successful, they understand it. But we got to start finishing a lot better. And the emphasis was on that this week, and I think we did a wonderful job. You good, Taylor? You good?
What does it mean when you have a player just come in and be more special than what you think he is in the beginning, like when he comes in?
I don't think any player could outdo our expectation. We have tremendous expectations. I had a conversation when, we run out and the guys get on the knee and pray, and Quincy Wiggins just was on my heart. And I went and hugged him and embraced him and told him how much I love him, how much I'm proud of him, that he hadn't given up, that he still practices hard, even though he's on the scout team. He goes hard every day to give us the proper look. And I was down in tears because I was just giving him love. And he looked at me and said, Coach, I would never quit on you. I would never quit on you. And he made a couple plays in the game tonight, at the conclusion of the matter. But that stuff means something to me, man, because I love these young men like they're mine. So to see and to look in his eyes and hear him say, I would never give up on you, Coach. I would never quit on you. I'm going to work my butt off. I don't give a darn if I'm in there or not. So I love that because that embodies who, what, why, and how this program is. Thank you, sweetheart. God bless you.
This offense, and how big was his day today?
Let me see Draylon's day. Oh yeah, that is big. Yeah, no, Draylon, he gets a different vibe when he gets out there. And the thing that I love about Draylon is he's young, but he listens. So on the touchdown that he had, we was on the sideline talking after. He was like, bro, everything you said, that's what I was thinking. As soon as you called that route, bro, I was thinking as soon as I clear him, I'm going to look for the ball. It's going to be inside. So it's like the small things that we work on and we talk about whenever it's actually in the game and we execute it away. It's a real joyful moment because he understands the why.
Hey, sure. Tyler King with the Denver Gazette. I mean, you guys struggled a little bit on third down again today, but you still end up putting 49 points. I mean, how valuable is it for you guys as an offense to be able to make the big plays? We had multiple touchdowns of over 35 yards. Just how nice is that to have when you guys are struggling a little bit?
Utah is a great team. They're not a pushover team, and their defensive coordinator, I gave him a lot of props today for the problems he was able to put out there, and we had to fix and we had to solve. And we got a hang of it eventually. So I was just thankful, that we went against a team of this caliber that's able to give our offense a challenge and then be able to thrive through it.
Hey, Brian.
Sure. Just going off of that, some of those struggles really, the interception right off the bat and the fumbled snap. And it's interesting to see you guys have so many issues like that, but then still put up 49 points. And you talk about some of the things that were going on early and what it really took to get through all those.
It just take me playing better, me taking over a little bit more. That type of stuff is unfortunate. I had personally 2 turnovers myself, a fumble and then interception. So I know I'm going to have to pay for those when it comes tomorrow, running wise. So those type of things can happen. And I'm going to have a talk with, the whole offense, apologize for my performance out there at the very beginning because I can't put the team in that type of situation. I'm thankful for the defense. I may have to take them out to dinner this week, for saving me and saving the team. But when you have a good team overall, it's complementary football, and you put all phases together, offense, defense, special teams, we can't be stopped. But it was just one phase that wasn't working early on, and that was the offense, but the rest of the phases was there. So that's how we have a great team. But we can't afford to start off like that. We can't afford to have those type of mistakes, and mentally I got to be better and focus more.
Hey, Shedeur, just build
Him a little bit and turn around, but I tripped. Yeah, I tripped and I fell backwards and the DB landed on me. So I was just thankful that I knew he was gonna make the right decision in that situation, but that's what I was worrying about is I was trying to get open and I see how hard it is to be a receiver.
Shedeur, Will got a touchdown in 5 of the last 6 games. How much of a weapon has he become for you? You know, particularly on third down in the red zone, those one-on-one kind of contested situations.
Yeah, he knows when it's time to eat. He knows when the ball comes, opportunity, you got to make it because there's a lot of other guys that want the ball also. So that's the best thing about the offense. Everybody held each other to that standard because if I would have threw it and he dropped it, then I would say, dang, bro, I could have went this way with it, you know, and this guy was open. So we all hold each other to a high standard, and everybody has to be fed, everybody has to eat, everybody has to score. And that's the main thing. That's why we're really waiting on Jimmy to finally get back fully healthy so that he could join the party also. But all the receivers, it's a good environment overall. We all understand each other, and it's real fun playing with those type of guys. My shine on that one.
But him throwing a touchdown pass would have been big on the Heisman as well. But they were intentional, obviously. Can you talk about those 2 moments?
Yeah, so Charlie's one, I told Charlie, I said, hey, bro, you got to let me know you're in. So then I, forced the handoff. Because we had this pass concept open outside. But something told me just don't throw it. But it was open, though. So I was like, all right, we're going to hand it right here. And then that's when he got his touchdown. And then I'm like, oh, there's Charlie in there. We said we was going to hand the ball off to him this week. So it was real exciting knowing that during the play, whenever he scored it, that was him. And he did everything he could to get in that end zone through, and he made it through, and it was a lot of traffic in there. So I'm really happy for him. I'm excited. That was one of his main goals here, and he expressed that during the week, and we was able to make that come true. I was real excited for him. Then Trav, that was supposed to be my touchdown. I'm thinking about it, and it's definitely going to be on the bloopers because I fell backwards. It definitely was, but I feel like I could have ran a better route and got the ball better, but Trav, he made it happen and scrambled the ability. He watched me, by the way. Like, he watched on the film on the iPads, he watched how I scrambled, and he applied that to his game.
Was it big to get him a moment where he needed to throw or run for a touchdown?
Yeah, but it's not – we don't go in a game being like, oh, we got to get Trav the Heisman, you know? Some teams do that for their players. We don't. I'm just playing, but we don't go in a game like that. It's all natural and it all happens. We've been working on that for like 3-4 weeks. You know, it's about timing with everything, and yeah, it's not intentionally like, oh, we got to force Trav to do this. Yeah.
Thanks, bro.
Got to be perfect timing, definitely.